Hey, y'all. Good morning. Good afternoon to some people. Actually, it's afternoon to me, too. It's 12:23 out here in hot Las Vegas. I'm going to let a few more people get in, okay? How y'all doing? Somebody say, hey, hey, hey. This is going to be a quick one. Hey, LaTanya. Hey, Tinkers, Foxy Lady, Valerie, Sean. It's going so fast. Tia, Rachel, I see you, Tangela. Hey, everybody, I'm gonna let a few more people get in. Few more people. Oh, you know what? I said I was gonna share it. Hold on. Let me share it right quick, y'all. Let me share it right quick. Let me share it right quick. Let me share it. 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 That's me. How do I share it? How do I share this? Is it a live? Share. Okay. Give me a second. Hey, y'all. I'm going to let a few more people get in. It may not be a full house because it is Saturday, and I know people are out and about because we're leaving. We're going to be out and about. Well, we're supposed to go to lunch at 2. We'll see. We'll see. Live now. Hold on. Live now on YouTube. Hold on, y'all. Y'all, my live from last night was banned, child. I guess I was playing too many people's music. It was banned. It didn't even give me an opportunity to update it, like cut some stuff out. Yes, hit the like button. Share this to your page if you want to, on your Facebook page. If you're a blogger, share this on your page. Share this on your page. I just shared it on mine, looking crazy, but it's okay. Couple more people. Yeah, it came up red. It said copyright. It says blocked on all. It said blocked worldwide is what it said. Blocked worldwide is what it said. I was like, well, good Lord, I've never had a live that was blocked worldwide. I had some that was blocked from Russia, those type of places, but I never had one blocked worldwide. Yeah, your girl wear glasses. This is how I normally look throughout the day. Hold on, let me change this around. Okay. Oh Lord, that's good. Few more people. And football has started hooking them horns. Football started. All right. Few more people, y'all. Few more people. I just want to make sure we get 100 people in here at least 100 people. Okay, just a few more. Yeah, I know I love my water. Thank you, Mika Miller. Few more people. Well, it looks like tonight they may trickle in. I'm gonna go ahead and start. So listen, as most of y'all know, yesterday a lot happened. And a lot of y'all, told me later on or that y'all felt triggered because of what happened with the video and all that stuff with the speaking on Brianna's daughter in a derogatory way. Okay, so what I did, it got back to me that Lupa Retta and Harmony Speaks actually did a video and said that it was wrong. They agreed. They didn't take the low road. They actually took the very, very high road and said it was wrong. Kids are off limits, right? So I turned around and gave a shout out saying, hey, basically, thanks for calling a spade a spade. Okay. So Harmony Speaks and Lupot reached out. Well, not reached out, replied to the comment and said, you know what? Basically, they felt that since they took the high road, I need to take the high road. And so guess what? I agreed. So no matter the context, no kid should be talked about. And since I spoke on people's kids on my platform, I am going to apologize on my platform. No matter what. It ain't no buts, no howevers, no none of that. Okay? Me speaking on Kevin's son, wrong. I apologize. Me speaking on Toya's daughter, wrong. I apologize. Me speaking on Sweet Ma's son, wrong. I apologize. Okay? I don't want people to think it is okay. All kids, no matter if you are famous celebrity, famous influencer or not. As a parent, we know it hurts. When people speak on our children, it doesn't matter the magnitude. It could be, look at her, or, oh my God, you see her. It doesn't matter the magnitude. It hurts us as parents. Wrong is wrong is wrong. We may think that we're taking a jab at the parent, but speaking on kids, period, wrong, off limits. Moving forward, I will not and will not allow anyone to speak on anybody kids on my platform. I will not speak on no one else's kids. I don't care what I think about the parent. I will not discuss anybody else's children. I don't care if I'm trying to get up under somebody's skin or not. Speaking on kids, absolutely wrong. Okay? I want to make sure I say that very loud and clear. No matter what. No matter what. Wrong is wrong. With that said, I hope that we can move forward. We can continue to vibe. And here's the thing. I say across the street. Y'all know I say across the street. They can still continue to support Robert and his family. I'm going to continue to support Brianna and her family. Mainly Brianna and her kids, but Brianna. We can always choose to believe in who we want to believe in. Just like you could pick what president you want, what governor you want. You can, like somebody said, you can pick what football team you want to be on, this, that, and the other, right? We all sometimes see things differently. My right don't make their wrong. Their wrong don't make mine's right, okay? Which means sometimes people see things differently. Obviously, we see things differently on our side. They see things differently on that side. That's still no right to talk about the children. No pictures, no talking about nothing. Their hair, their looks, their appearance, their nothing. Kids are off limits. We grown, we should know better. We are parents, we know how it feels. You understand what I'm saying? Y'all know I came unraveled when somebody said something about my grandchild, and that was my grandchild, and I came unraveled. So there was no excuse for me to say what I said about the three that I'm talking about. Now, I've never spoke on MJ ever in my life. Don't even really know much about him. So I don't have to apologize for that because I ain't never spoke on MJ. But I will do this, though. I will do this. I will do this. I will do this. On behalf of Team Bree, I apologize on behalf of Team Bree of whoever kid was spoken about in a negative way. Even though, I don't know all the kids that were spoken negative about because, I can only give an account of what I did, but I have heard that somebody on Team Bree's side said something negative about MJ. I want to say either beginning of this year or the end of last year. I'm not sure. But I've never spoken negative about MJ, but on behalf of Team Bree, even though I don't really consider ourselves Team Bree, but I mean, whatever you want to call it, we are supporters of Bree. I'm a supporter of Bree, and I would hope that if you guys are in my, y'all support Bree too. But on behalf of the supporters of Brianna, I would like to say that's not right. We're not talking about nobody kids. Nobody's. I don't even know them all to name, but I do know I've heard of MJ, Sweet Mom's son, Admir, Toya's daughter. I don't even know baby girl name. I really don't. I feel bad because I don't even know her name. But Toya's daughter and Kevin's son. Kevin's son. So wrong is wrong. Sometimes we got to pull our big girl panties on. Sometimes we got to pull our big girl shorts on. No matter how much we think we biggity bad, we need to realize sometimes, wrong is wrong. Sometimes we have to be told. Sometimes we have to be reminded. Wrong is wrong. Okay? No kids. No kids. So what y'all doing today? What are y'all doing on this Saturday? What are y'all doing on this Saturday? What are y'all doing? Somebody said Jeannie Culture's daughter and grandson should be included. I ain't never heard of nobody say nothing about Jeannie. Who is Jeannie Culture? I have no idea about that right there. I know I ain't never mentioned Jenny daughter or Jenny granddaughter. Do she even have a granddaughter? I don't know nothing about that one right there. Somebody said Jenny daughter and granddaughter. I don't know nothing about that one. I've always heard somebody say about the MJ mom. I mean MJ because I've seen it in a group. But I've never heard anybody say anything about Jenny's daughter, and I've never heard anybody say anything about Jenny's granddaughter. I don't know. I think that might just be something fabricated. I've never heard that ever. Never, ever. But again, no kids. None whatsoever. We got to be a channel. We can, if the adults want to get body, we can get body with the adults because, we grown and we can take it. We got tough skin. But I will say this. I appreciate Lupa. I want to give a shout out, y'all. I know y'all might think I'm crazy, but work with me on this one. Lupa, Retta, and Harmony Speaks last night. They went against the grain of their supporters. That would be like me going against the grain of my supporters and standing up for what's right. Sometimes it's not always easy to stand up for what's right for the fear of maybe losing followers or supporters, right? But I'm not afraid of losing no followers or no supporters whatsoever. And if followers and supporters are following and supporting you just because they want you to beef with other grown ass people, then you probably should want to know what's wrong with your followers and supporters. I don't want my followers or supporters or subscribers, I think that's what they call on here. I don't want my subscribers only to follow me for me beefing with grown ass people. You understand what I'm saying? So I think what they did last night was grown as hell because they have a lot of followers and supporters, and their followers, or let's just say subscribers, their subscribers could have easily unsubscribed thinking that they were doing something wrong, right? And them calling out something wrong is not saying that they support Brianna or don't support LaTruth. They called a spade a spade. And to me, that is grown woman, man, is grown people shit. When you can do that, that's grown. That's mature. That's that mature intelligence that I was speaking on weeks ago. That's what it is being grown. When you can't do that, when you're afraid of what somebody sitting down in your audience have to say, that's when you know that you are not mature. That's when you know you're not mature. So I listened to them and I said, I got to give them their props because they called a spade, period. They didn't do no buts. They didn't do no however commas. They said it was wrong. When you start saying something wrong, but then you say, but, however, and all this other stuff, that takes away you saying it's wrong. They didn't do that. And I'm not going to do that. So, Kevin, if you see me, I don't know if you do, we can have our beef, but I apologize for saying that about your son. I don't even know your son. And Latoya, if you can see me, I apologize for bringing up the issues with your daughter or saying anything about your daughter. And Sweet Mom, if you can see me, I apologize for mentioning your son at Mirror. I apologize. So, there we go. There we go. And y'all listen, this internet beef is not going to go on forever, okay? We somehow formed this team, right? The truth side, Brianna side, you know what I'm saying? We formed this team, so to speak. But at the end of the day, we are grown people with hearts. At the end of the day, we're parents. At the end of the day, we're grandparents. At the end of the day, we're aunties. At the end of the day, we're best friends to people. We're wives. Do you understand what I'm saying? We're girlfriends. We're fiancés. At the end of the day, we're grown with hearts. This beef can't last forever. Okay? I just say, let's agree to disagree for the people that want to be mature. And I name those 3. For the people that want to be mature about it. For the people that don't want to be mature, it is what it is. They say something about me, I'm going to say something about them. Period. But for the people that want to be mature, much respect. Let's enjoy these YouTube streets. Let's have fun. Let's support who we want to support. Let's talk about who we want to talk about. You understand what I'm saying? But we don't have to continue throwing knives at each other. You know what I mean? Somebody said, who is 100% truth or 1,000% truth? I have no idea. What do y'all even see them at? I'm sorry, I didn't read y'all comments. She said the internet sister. The internet sister talking about Jenny that's on Facebook. I have no idea what she's talking about. We all grown, right is right and wrong is wrong, and they did the right thing as grown women. They did. Accountability. Yep, they did. They did. I mean, they did. And they did without us having to tell them to or anything. They did. They did. We can't sit back and be like what made them do it or whatever the case may be. They saw a problem and they spoke about it. And for that is respectful to me. that is definitely respectful to me. They didn't do it for me, but I look at it that as being respect. That's respect. I respect that shit. Let's just keep it 100. I respect that. So we're gonna be grown. We're gonna be grown. But that don't discount if, you know, whatever. We still gonna support Brianna and we still gonna do whatever we do. And it is what it is, but still mad respect. So that's why I wanted to hop on here. I got a message from Harmony Speaks. She said something. I said, consider it done. I jumped in the shower. Jumped out of bed, jumped in the shower, put a shirt on and put my pants on and said, let me go take care of this. So that's why I probably look like this. I just got a shower, y'all. She said, wants you to continue to apologize for everyone's mistakes, like you have taken accountability for what you said. I hope, what? Wait a minute, hold on. She said, what? Wait, let me read this. 100 Dat Truth wants you to continue to apologize for everyone's mistake, like you have taken accountability for what you said. I hope I see you hound the people down over there to do the same. Huh? I don't even understand what that means. More, but the thing is, they can't blame Bree because of what her supporters do. No, they can't, but they do. They do. This thing, let me tell you something, y'all. This thing is coming to an end. People are, you can tell people are starting to move on. People are starting to talk about other stuff. Brianna will get some breathing room because everybody has had a flashlight over her life for almost a year. She'll get some breathing room and be able to parent her kids without being criticized over how she combed their hair and how she talked to them and what she say to them and how she play with them and the decisions that she makes with them, stuff like that. Kids are off limits. We shouldn't be talking about nobody kids. How we parent our kids, like me, I would parent my child differently than majority of you guys will probably parent your kids because I don't believe in the spanking thing. I know, don't get me, don't beat me up, but I realized that it didn't help. So I stopped the spanking. My son is 10 years older than my daughter. So I stopped spanking my son at 10 years old. My daughter, I never really spanked my daughter. She got a pop or two, you know what I mean? But she didn't really do nothing. But I popped her a couple of times when she was younger. But she didn't really do, how you pop her and be like, girl, what I say? But not no whooping. So y'all may disagree. It's okay. And this ain't even a discussion. Maybe one day, but whatever. But I saw it not being effective. So, and I didn't, and another thing, I didn't let my husband discipline my kids. Well, let me take that back. He can discipline them, but he couldn't whoop them. I know other people probably feel totally different. Like, oh, if he's coming into your life, if he's the man of the house, then he should be able to whoop your kids. No, I was not that parent. But that's why I say, I'm not saying that's the right way to do it. I'm just saying that's how I did it. Right? So just because the way I parent my child, just because the way I talk to my kids, just because the way I fed my kids, just because the way I interact with my kids, don't mean that my way is wrong or even right if you choose to do it differently. And I think that's what people don't understand. They think that if they make decisions with their kids a certain way, that you supposed to make those same decisions with your children. That's just not how it goes. So I chose to say, this is not effective. I see, it's not working. So I'm going to change it. I had a child at a young age, 18 years old. I thought that whooping was, that's what you were supposed to do because that's what I was told. When I saw it not working, I decided to make that change and said, you know what? I'm not going to do that. You know what I mean? So, but that doesn't mean my way was right. It was right for me. Just because you might beat your child down in a Walmart parking lot, that's how you know what I'm saying? Now, I mean, look at you kind of funny, like, but that may be effective for you. So we have to stop thinking that one way is the right way for everyone, especially when it comes to your kids. Especially when it comes to your kids. She says, what'd you say, Catherine? No step parent should spank a kid, but they can be a role model in their lives in kind words of discipline. See, now that's how I saw it. Now, I do know some people that's, Catherine, that feels totally different. But I was like, no, I wasn't with it. And that was something that my husband and I had to actually talk about. And I'm not going to sit here and say in the beginning that we agreed. But that, you know how I said earlier that we need to have boundaries? We have to have boundaries and you got to stay within those boundaries. I wasn't budging on that one. And I have my reasons. But I wasn't budging on that one. I was not budging on that one. What I did not want my children to feel that anybody, like say for instance, if him and I wouldn't have worked out and then I get with someone else and then they come in and do the same thing. I didn't want my kids to feel, because I saw it happening I saw it happen before in a friend's relationship. And I didn't want my kids to feel that anybody that came into my life can put hands on them. So I wasn't allowing it. I said no. And it just so happened to work out. And my husband's sitting right here. Babe, did it bother you when I told you you couldn't spank kids? He said, like, because they're grown. So that's why he looking like, and it's been almost 16 years of us being together. So he looking like, it bothered him in the beginning because he was raised differently. I ain't even gonna say raised differently. I don't know. Maybe he just thought differently. Somebody said, read who's coming? She said, read. Or more, can you read Miss Marlene comment? Where's it at? It must be all the way up to the top. Hold on. I don't see Miss Marlene comment. I don't see Miss Marlene comment. My ex-husband and I don't even do that. We can count on, let me see, you said, my ex-husband and I don't even do that. We can count on one hand still. My son doesn't get whoopings. They're bit needed like that. I'm trying to figure out what you're trying to say. Yeah, I didn't. Whoopings wasn't effective. It don't work for all kids. It turns some kids worse. You know what I'm saying? Some kids it does. Some people live by it though, especially your older people. They live by it. Older fashioned people. They live by it. They say it's a verse in the Bible. Spare the rod, spare the rod, spoil the child. Something like that. I think it's in the Bible. I know I've heard it a few times. Spare the rod, spoil the child. Meaning, if you don't whoop them, then you're gonna spoil them or whatever, right? So, I believed in it in the beginning. I believed in it, but then I was like, it don't stop them from doing it. I mean, and then because boys, they do things bad, not bad, but mischievous things all the time, right? So you'll find yourself whooping them every damn day. He does, when your kid was younger, my child 32 years old now, child. Please understand he's 32. But they mischievous, right? They do things we tell them don't do. But if you whoop them every single time that he does something you tell them don't do, majority of the time you will be whooping them every single day or yelling at them every single day. And what kid deserves that or even need that every day? They're kids. They ain't perfect. And that's how I had to look at it. I was like, all this yelling, I'm gonna spank your butt. I'm gonna spank your butt every day, every other day. So I was just like, you know what? Let me learn how to communicate. Let me learn how to talk. Let me learn how to say, what you did is not right. Now I'm gonna tell you, what you did is not right. Now, but sometimes we had to let our kids bump their head. You know what I mean? Like when your kid young and you say don't go touch that stove, you're gonna burn your hand. And what they do, they go touch the stove and you say don't touch that stove, right? But they keep on until you know what, sometimes they might need to touch the damn stove to see that it's hot. You know what I mean? You ain't trying to somebody said check your messages. Wait a minute, let me see. Today, is this for just today or how many days? Every day? Hold on. Is this just for today? Y'all trying to kill me. She said, I spank kids. Oh, okay. Yeah. Hold on. Let me read this. I spanked kids at young age, but stopped in their teen years. But they didn't try me either. But their dad never spanked them. He talked to them. He was a good dad to them, but not a good mate for them. Oh, okay. Just as adults, we expect good communication. It should be the same for our children, and it should be practiced at an early age. Communication can change a lot of things. You're right, Foxy Lady. You are right. I don't like to see when parents spank their kids in public. I've seen some kids get hit hard. I have too. You know who I actually see the kids get hit by more in public? Um, People don't look like us. Our light skinned friends. They be tearing their kids up in public. I be like, dang. I have 5 kids and we didn't use belts. They got popped as little ones as a teaching mechanism. And yes, after so many times, I let them do so they can get their lesson. Communication work better. Yeah, because sometimes, I mean, yeah, you're gonna end up so she said, I'm more read your comment. LOL. She said Thursday from 6 to 6. So Miss Marlene is proposing that we go on a fast. Wait a minute, what day? Why that day? I think you mean the 13th, which is Wednesday. I actually think you mean the 12th. No. Shouldn't we do Tuesday? The science breaking down the damage spanking causes to the brain of children and how it causes the body to release stress hormones, which further causes damage, is eye opening. Really? Mm. You know, I never really looked at it like that. Okay, will do. Let her know, Sam. Sam, let her know. I never really looked at it like that, but that's interesting. I just looked at it like it causes them, well, boys anyway, because girls, I don't know about y'all, but my daughter didn't get many spankings because she didn't really do anything to get spankings. Like my daughter got poppings, you know, like on the butt, but she didn't really do anything to get spankings. You know what I mean? Do you think she did something to get a spanking? My husband went like this. Do you think she did something to get a spanking? I know you hear me. Oh, I thought you when you said I thought you was talking to me. Oh my bad, y'all. I thought he said as if he was talking to me. I think one time he did want me to spank her, but I was like, no. Why not? She grown. She's grown, grown, grown. I believe in discipline to a certain age. Robbie, you know you wrong for that. Miss Marlene gonna see you. She said, how else can I get involved? Once they understand consequences and we can talk to each other, punishment was next. And when I say spanking, I don't mean like the, you know how you pop your baby, your grandbaby, you know, your kid's hand. No, no, no. No, no, no. I'm not talking about that. I'm not saying no, no, no. I'm saying, I don't know if y'all ever had the belt on your butt. Your whoosh, your whoosh. I'm talking about that type of spanking. I ain't saying no. No, 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 no. I ain't saying like that. Because the that's okay. But the beat down, that's what I'm talking about. The beat down. She said, I was the baby, so I seen what to do and what not to do. I was the baby too. And you know what? My daughter said that. She was like, shoot, I don't want no whooping. My daughter she ain't really seen nobody get no whooping though. Jalen saw us fuss at people. She didn't even want to be fussed at. My daughter she didn't even want to be fussed at. She respected authority. Imagine you make a mistake at work and your manager pops your hand out your butt. We would be appalled, but think it's okay to do it to a small child. Now, I pop my grandbaby hand. I say, not the way it hurt, just no, 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 no. When they say a word with each hit of the belt, I didn't tell you to stop. I know. Now I got that. Why did you do that after I told you not to? You like, oh Lord, can you speed it up? Can you get it out? My youngest daughter would cry if I yelled at her. That was my youngest daughter. It was easy to hurt her feelings. Yep. Yep. Most of our girls are like that. You raise your voice. You say she you're like, girl, like, what are you doing? Why are you crying? I have not even said anything to you. If I call my daughter by her whole name, she'd be, back in the day, she would cry. She said, I prefer to use the evil eye before I whoop a child. The evil eye or count. All right now. I said 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But my grandbabies, they got a soft spot in my heart, child. I do the countdown for my grandbabies. I have to do the countdown like 4 or 5 times. How many of y'all are soft on y'all grandbabies? You be like 10, 9, and you get all the way down to 1. You be trying to slow down. 1.5. I'm trying to tell you, you find yourself all over again. 10. 10. 9. They be looking at you wanting to punk you. Like, oh, grandma, you ain't gonna do nothing. They don't say that, but you know what I mean. She said, grandbabies got them grandkids got it good. My youngest son was like that too. He would cry if I raised my voice. Your son would? My voice spoke for me. She said, I'm so happy to see so many people breaking that generational curse. Yeah, it was a generational curse, but that's what we was taught though. I know I was. I was told, you better get them. You better get them. You better get them. But my kids are 10 and a half years apart. So by the time, listen, when you have kids at a well, I wouldn't say older age, but so I had my son at 18 and had my daughter at 29. By the time you 29, you be like, you be too tired to be trying to whoop kids and stuff like that. You know you got a good whooping if your mother had special belt for you. But then I must have got a good whooping because she sure had. My mom had a belt that she taped up. Have y'all ever got whooped with a belt that was taped up? A belt that was taped up. That joker hurt. It hurts. That was my grandbaby. One of my grandbabies say, it hurts. It hurts. Like if she get a cut or something on her hand, it hurts. She don't say hurt. She say it hurts. It hurts. My mom get on me for even yelling at my kids, but we couldn't even blink twice. Robbie, hey, that's how my son feels. He said, "You let these kids get away with murder." I'm like, "They don't be doing nothing." He be like, "Come on now, you don't see what they doing?" I'm like, "They ain't doing nothing. They girls. They girls. They ain't doing nothing." I told my son, "You're not supposed to be spanking your daughters." My son told me that he would never spank his kids. I ain't gonna never spank my kids. I ain't gonna never spank my kids. I said, "You shouldn't." But he yelled at him though. Yeah. My son talking about, "Mine, these girls gonna make me turn gray." Yeah, they are. Just like your mama. Just like your mama. My granny used to grab my ears. OMG, it was the worst than a whooping. My mother used to whoop me and tell my father to do the same. He couldn't do it, so he faked it. I'm the youngest. For real? It comes from slavery days when we were beat or whipped. The rod in the Bible is talking about rod of correction, where the shepherd tapped the sheep to lead them in the right direction. Oh, really? Let me pin this. I've never heard of that. Hey, Miss Pastor Deborah West. I've never heard of that before. I was always told that the rod mean, I don't know what the rod was supposed to mean, the belt. So the rod in the Bible is talking about the rod of correction. She said, "Go your ass in there and wash those dishes right now." I spoil my G babies, and my kids look at me like, "Really, Mom?" They do. They do. They be like, "What? You ain't show me no grace." Like I was young and dumb. I was 18. When you have a child young, you're gonna tend to do what was done to you. And you know they say when you know better, you do better. So when you know better, you do better. Getting your own switch was the worst. My dad didn't hit me, but when I did something wrong, he said I disappointed him and I cried for hours. Now, yes, man. You know, our dads have a way of getting to us, right? worse than any type of whooping would have ever been. You would rather him go ahead and just whoop us than to say, you know, I'm disappointed. Boy, when our daddy told us that they was it, let me tell you something. That gets to a daughter. You hear me? Telling your daughter as a father that you are disappointed in her, it cuts like a knife. Because us girls do not want to disappoint our daddies, man. You hear me? That hood. And he used the calm voice. Oh no, you disappointed me. Just want you to know I'm very disappointed. Oh my God, Robin, I can only imagine. My daddy said that to me once, so I know I know how it feels. Actually, he said it to me. I gotta tell y'all a story. Story time, story time. So my mom, my adopted mom, is the one that told me that I was pregnant. I'm sitting up here like, no, I'm not, because I ran track. So I would come home from school and I would just crash. I'd be so tired, just so tired. She like, you sleeping a lot. You sleeping a whole lot. And I'm like, well, you know, I'm running track or whatever. So, you know, she's like, you pregnant? I'm like, no, I'm not. Nuh-uh, no, ma'am. She said, you pregnant? I'm like, no, ma'am, no, ma'am. I'm not pregnant. I'm a go and tell the truth, y'all. She was like, who you been messing with? I ain't been messing with nobody. I ain't been messing with nobody. She said, you pregnant. You pregnant. She said, come on, get up. So she took me down to the pregnancy center. Now, mind you, this is the first guy I ever got with. So I just knew I wasn't pregnant. I knew I wasn't pregnant. I get there, had to take the pregnancy test or whatever. We in there watching some video. Lady come in, one of our light-skinned friends. She came in. Now, mind you, I'm 18 years old. I'm sitting there beside my adopted mom, and she says, congratulations. She said, congratulations. Man, I could have cried. You hear me? I think I did. My mom looked at me, and she was like, do you hear what she just said? And I'm looking like, she said, you pregnant. Man, my whole life just, I felt so bad because I got caught in a lie. You understand what I'm saying? I'm sitting up here saying I'm like a virgin. You know what I mean? I'm sitting up here saying I ain't never touched nobody. Ain't nobody never touched me. And I'm, you know, whatever. And yeah, I'm pregnant, right? So she looks at me and say, you gonna tell your daddy or you want me to? I said, you can tell him. You can tell him. I'm crying. So we get in the car, riding on the way home. I'm so scared. I was so terrified, y'all. I was so scared. So we get in the house. I go to my room. I'm devastated. I don't know what to say. So she tells my dad. My dad called me by my whole name, y'all. My dad called me by my whole name. I was scared as hell. He called me by my whole name. Amora Latrice Davis, get here. I go in there. Yes, sir. Said, sit down. I thought my daddy was about to go ham. But he didn't. He didn't at all. He said, what happened? I'm like, I'm crying. He was like, what happened? And then he started giving me this sad story of how he had so much hope in me, how he believed in me, how he saw so much in me, how he just knew I was the one and how I was going to be so fabulous and so great. And oh my God, it broke me. I'm just like, oh, I'm so sorry. But then he says, so what you going to do? When I was getting ready to open my mouth to tell him what I was going to do, he stopped me. He said, listen to this. He said, so what you going to do? I said, he said, let me tell you what you gonna do. That's what he said. He wouldn't even let me get it out. I don't know what I was about to say, but he cut me off. He said, let me tell you what you gonna do. You're gonna have that baby. You're gonna take care of that baby. You're going to raise that baby because that baby is your responsibility. That's what you're going to do. You're going to take care of that baby, is what he told me. I said, yes, sir. Yes, sir. He said, that's what you're going to do. He said, because what we not going to do, we ain't doing no abortions. We take care of ours. I said, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I still thought he was going to yell, but he never had. But then he said the ultimate, y'all. So who is it? I'm like, he said, no, who is it? I told him. He was like, all right, well, you need to get him on the phone. You need to get him on the phone and tell him that we need to have a conversation. Because what you ain't going to do is bring a bastard child into this world. My daddy told me that. He said, what you going to do is you're not bringing no bastard child into this world. So I called my son's father on the phone and said, my daddy want to talk to you. He said, okay. So they talked. Next thing you know, we was getting married. I'm just being honest. He came back to me and said, well, I guess we're going to get married then. And I said, well, I guess so. I don't care. And that's how we got married. My husband talking about they about to spread that on social media. I said, I don't care. It is what it is. So that's how we ended up getting married because I don't know what my daddy said to him. I don't know what my daddy said to him. All I know is my daddy said I wasn't bringing no bastard child into this world. And next thing you know, he said, my baby daddy said, well, I guess we gonna get married. And I said, well, I guess we are. And we got married. I was 18 years old. And he was in the military. That's what happened. Then my daddy paid for where we stayed. He paid 6 months in advance of where we stayed. So I went from my mom and daddy house to my husband's house. Well, my first husband. The way she was singing and praising God, I bet she's an amazing big sister. Yep. My mom got me early from school and took me to the doctor. I was 16 and pregnant, wondered for years how she knew. As an adult, she told me I didn't ask for pads for 3 months. Dumb teen. Oh, wow. This is how some families did based off of what they learned. Yeah. So that's what happened. They say, which I don't know how true this is, but they say that they can tell if you're pregnant by something in your throat. Like, you see this dimple right here? You see this? Well, I'm probably too fat now, but you know, when you skinny, there's a dimple right here, like a little hole. And if it's covered up the way mine is right now, you can't even see it. That's how they knew you was pregnant, which I thought was crazy, right? That's what I was told. Did y'all hear anything different? Did your mama tell you if you had a dent right here, like if it was like this, that means you're not pregnant. But if it was full like mine is right now, that means you're pregnant. It's a heartbeat in your throat. Oh, so you heard of it. My husband said, y'all country asses. She said, I never heard of that before. I was glad I was able to speak some light into Jasharia. Her live had me crying the way she was praising. Great big sister, I bet. Yeah, El Rose, I hear you. Yeah, so it was, I guess she said, Tanya said it was a heartbeat in your throat. But yeah, I didn't know it was a heartbeat. I thought it was just she said, no, you can see the baby heartbeat in your neck. The baby heartbeat in your neck. Was it the heartbeat or was it the hole? It was like a hole, y'all, like an indention, like this. Like that. Well, anyway. Somebody said if someone dreamed of fish, I heard that one too. I heard about the dreaming of the fish thing. It said if it beats twice, that's how they can tell. Oh, really? All I know is she told me I was pregnant. I said, no, I'm not. I asked her one day, I said, how did you know? She told me about this right here. But she also said when I would come home from school, when I came home from track, I crashed. I was so tired, exhausted. She said she knew something had to be wrong with me. She was right. She was right. I was ashamed, y'all. And yeah, my daddy was like, yeah, I'm disappointed in you. I was ashamed. I was ashamed. I was ashamed. I was young. When he started talking about that, oh, I, thought that, I had high hopes and blah, blah, blah. I was, oh. But he never raised his voice at me. He was never mad at me or anything. And I just knew he was going to be mad, but he was not mad at all. Not mad. Now, I don't know what he said. I don't know what he said to my baby daddy. To my baby daddy. I don't know what he said. Even to this day, I don't know. I think I asked him and he said that we got to get married, but I don't know what all he said. But I think he said that, yeah, you that I had to marry you or something like that. Hey, Miss Tanya said, Jay, she country and proud. Okay. Huh? She, he said, definitely true. I always spit a lot whenever I was pregnant and always had morning sickness. Oh, really? I was still running track. When I found out I was pregnant, I think I was almost 3 months, 12 weeks. I was still running track, still running. And I was exhausted. I was tired, y'all. Yes, indeedy. My daddy retired early to watch my son while I finished school because he wasn't raising no dropouts. Oh, wow. Your daddy retired early to take care of your son? Now that's commendable. Shoot, my parents told me I was gonna take care of my own kids. I didn't show with my first baby until I was 7 months pregnant. Wow. 7 months? Wow. You said that and your nose get bigger for whatever reason. I know. Well, not right away though. Your nose, by the time you finish being pregnant, boy, your nose be all across your face, don't it? Looking like this. This is how you look when you're pregnant. Ooh, that's an ugly look right there. Look at this. Yeah, pregnancy. Let me see. I gained about 40 pounds. Actually, I gained about 40 pounds both pregnancy and lost it all. Whoosh, just lost it all. Well, not quite 40. I think I was 118. I was 118 pounds when I was 18. And by the time I had the baby, I was 141. So how many pounds is that? About 30 some pounds. Now, my second baby, I think was 40 some pounds. And then I just lost it all. So my first one, I gained like 30 some pounds. Oh, wow. She said my son called my dad when I was 15. Oh, my dad. Oh, he called him dad even now? Oh, wow. I craved a lot of seafood, Old Bay seasoning whenever my daughter became pregnant and called it out every time. Sometimes I get morning sickness. Wow. Old Bay seasoning. I craved strawberries. I used to eat strawberries like crazy. I'm talking about the big thing of strawberries. I would eat the whole thing. I craved strawberries. It was strawberries and strawberries and strawberries. I ate a lot of strawberries. And I still love strawberries. Yeah, that's true. The feet get big, everything get big. Girl, by the time you 9 months pregnant, honey, you walking around like, get this out of me. Somebody come cut this joker out of me. I can't do it another day. Boy, you be so exhausted. You be like, yeah, I don't care where it go. It just gotta come out. It gotta go. I'm sick of it. I'm done with this pregnancy thing. You be over it. I don't know why God made it 9 months, because I'm telling you, a good 6 months would be good enough. If God put pregnancy at 6 months, we will all be good. We could do 6 months. By the time you get to that 9th month, oh man, you look, your hair ain't cute no more. Ain't nothing cute. You just like, I'm so sick and tired. I'm ready to just, please get this baby out of me. Get this baby out of me right now. No, I'm going to. You're not about to leave me. Okay, okay. My husband about to leave me, y'all. My husband about to, huh? But baby, how far is it away? Okay. I love y'all, but we going out to eat. I can't believe you was about to leave me. Well, hey, I gotta go. We got a date that cannot wait. We got a date that cannot wait. But hey, y'all, do some fun today. Get out the house, do some exercise, go eat some good food, watch a good movie. When I come back later, I will be back on a little bit later. Probably like I don't know what time we coming back. We meeting up with some friends at 2. I'll probably come back on later, like it'll be 6 my time, which is about 9 o'clock y'all time, okay? Love y'all. Do good. Talk to y'all soon. Bye. Thank you.